questions. Andrew, you can't skip out. Those questions, and thank you for those remarks. Thank you. Anyone? Any questions?
Is there anything that you don't think Princeton has right now that you would like to see it have?
I mentioned the transit, so that's one thing that we're working on. Another thing that I didn't mention before, but I think is really vital, is right behind us, Community Park South. It is a real opportunity. We don't have a real great gathering spot. In fact, today we were trying to figure out where we want to have a big celebration for the 250th. We don't have a spot, but we will have a spot, and that is in Community Park South. If we can redo it and have great ball fields, a great community pavilion, we don't even have restrooms right now. It needs to be regraded. We have a nice little dog park, but there's a lot more that we should do, and I think that we don't have enough athletic fields and outdoor recreation for our town, and I think that's really a vital component. And the other thing that we can never have enough of is bike infrastructure. We need more bike lanes, more shared paths. It's expensive to do, but little by little, year by year, we're trying to implement that. There's one other thing that the business community would not like if I didn't mention, but we never have enough parking. So, thank you for the question. Please.
Speak a little bit about Princeton's role as part of Mercer County and how you see Princeton in that context.
I think we're the heart. I think that a lot had began here in Princeton. We have so much heritage. I think that we have a really great new leader at the county level in our in Mercer County Executive Dan Benson. He's bringing great vision and leadership to the county. So I just see us really partnering with them, and there's a lot of opportunity. But I really see us we're like a center for so many of our neighbors. They look at Princeton and Princeton's downtown as their downtown. That answers the question. Thank you. Good question. Mike.
Do you already have any specific plans for the 2026 celebration?
So we're working with the state and the county and even the federal level to coordinate. There are a lot of great community partners. We have the Historic Society, the library, Morgan, the Battlefield, the university, and of course Experience Princeton, our special improvement district. They are all working on various programs. So we want to do a heritage tourism audio tour. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. We can plug in with what the county and state are already doing, but we're just identifying those markers and where, and again, we have such a rich heritage, so it's not hard to figure out. And then we're working on some plans. We'd really love to have fireworks just to kick everything off. So I just actually came from a meeting about that just now. So hopefully we're going to kick it off. And I know Morven has a wonderful programming in mind. So thank you. Thanks for your question. Anything else?
For economic development, what are you doing at the state level and local level to help increase biotechs or other small businesses in that industry to come here?
And do local on the state?
So on the local level, in general, I don't have something specific to that. In general, we're trying to find ways to attract and retain businesses in general. We do have empty office buildings, but they're antiquated office buildings. And my understanding is that what we really need is AAA, top-rated, really nice office space that would attract and retain the businesses, the tech sector. There's the incubator for AI, and we'd love to be able to attract more. I think that we have opportunities. Helena, for instance, is a visionary. She took this packet building that we're standing in, and we're standing on the second floor that didn't exist before. This was a big printing press, and we're now able to have Tiger Labs here. And those are the kinds of innovations that we need to figure out how to spearhead and incentivize. So there's not an easy answer to that, But I think as we do redevelopment and we look at some antiquated spaces, we need to figure out how to make that attractive to bring the businesses here, because we like them to be in Princeton. So it's good for the tax base, it's good for the other businesses.
I'll just say quickly, we've got tax credit programs both for small startups but also for established companies that we keep on infusing money into while we bolster the public schools, because what brings people here, why do they want to stay? Good schools, good places to live, but you need an economic climate as well. And so the New Jersey Economic Development Authority has been pouring in hundreds of millions of dollars. That has not stopped some of the restructuring that you're talking about, but we're trying to slow that down and make sure that while that's occurring, that's a problem, we're keeping as many of these businesses here and keeping the jobs Michelle talked about.
What can we do to help you?
Support our initiatives. I think it's really important, and you asked me before what's hard and what was surprising. And it's hard sometimes if we don't have the public support for the programs and plans that we need, that we're trying to implement. I think the policies, when I talk about the policies, people are generally supportive. But when it comes time to vote on it, or it comes time to debate it, or it comes time to present it, oftentimes it's just a couple people that turn out that are not happy with it, and we don't hear from that quiet, silent majority. So I think the more you can engage, the more that would be helpful. And I will note that I am very fortunate that Mia Sachs and I are running unopposed for this election, which I really support, really appreciate the support. But I am getting out and doing a campaign because it gives us an opportunity to talk and to hear what your concerns are and to get more engagement. So that's my answer.
I would say pick a topic that you are passionate about, whether that's professional or personal, and support it. There's enormous pressure because of what's happening with the federal government right now. So whether that is tech ventures or whether that is an animal shelter or whatever it might be, and your time, or if you have a few dollars, anything you can do is probably the most important thing that you care about. It's probably the most important thing you do right now.
Okay. Thank you for the questions.